From the hotel, we take the bus is warm, go to training. After training, take the bus back to the hotel. So no bicycle. But yeah, it's a bicycle. After training, like your hand is freezing.
Are you an African living in Japan? Do you have a story to share about your experiences in this fascinating country? Join Emmanuel Akyereko on One Africa, One World on Jafric Radio, the program that connects Africans in Japan and shares their unique stories, from immigration issues to cultural shocks and from racial challenges to unforgettable moments. We will explore it all. Tune in every fortnight to hear inspiring, thought-provoking and sometimes humorous conversations about life as an African in Japan. Don't miss One Africa, One World on Jafric Radio, the voice of Africans in Japan. Are you an African living in Japan? Do you have a story to share about your experiences in this fascinating country? Join Emmanuel Akyereko on One Africa, One World on Jafric Radio, the program that connects Africans in Japan and shares their unique stories, from immigration issues to cultural shocks and from racial challenges to unforgettable moments. We will explore it all. Tune in every fortnight to hear inspiring, thought-provoking and sometimes humorous conversations about life as an African in Japan. Don't miss One Africa, One World on Jafric Radio, the voice of Africans in Japan. Are you an African living in Japan? Do you have a story to share about your experiences in this fascinating country? Join Emmanuel Akyereko on One Africa, One World on Jafric Radio, the program that connects Africans in Japan and shares their unique stories, from immigration issues to cultural shocks and from racial challenges to unforgettable moments. We will explore it all. Tune in every fortnight to hear inspiring, thought-provoking and sometimes humorous conversations about life as an African in Japan. Don't miss One Africa, One World on Jafric Radio, the voice of Africans in Japan. Are you an African living in Japan? Do you have a story to share about your experiences in this fascinating country? Join Emmanuel Akyereko on One Africa, One World on Jafric Radio, the program that connects Africans in Japan and shares their unique stories, from immigration issues to cultural shocks and from racial challenges to unforgettable moments. We will explore it all. Tune in every fortnight to hear inspiring, thought-provoking and sometimes humorous conversations about life as an African in Japan. Don't miss One Africa, One World on Jafric Radio, the voice of Africans in Japan.
Jafric Radio Ichiban. Today, on the maiden edition of the One Africa, One World show, my guest is Simon Chibueze Christian. Chris, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
How is the winter treating you?
Oh, it's fucking cold, seriously. I have experienced it before when I was in Fukushima. The difference is that I go to training by bicycle. I know around 25-30 minutes on bike in the cold is very, very crazy. So that is the difference. Yeah, that is the difference. Because when I was in Shizuoka, from the hotel, we take the bus is warm, go to training. After training, take the bus back to the hotel. So no bicycle. But yeah, it's a bicycle. After training, like your hand is freezing. So a little bit difficult.
Who is Christian Simon Chibueze, the man who has decided to combine two Christian names, Simon and Christian?
Simon is my surname, which is my father's name.
Okay.
And Christian is my English name. And Chibueze is my Yibo name. So I'm from Ebonyi State, eastern part of Nigeria. El Shomu, Eza, Shomu, precisely, my village, my hometown. And I'm from a place called Ohuku local government in Ebonyi State. So all my life I spent in Ogun State until I finally left, started traveling from 2014. When I was 14 years. So That's how the journey started.
But what nurtured your interest in playing football? Why did you become a footballer in the first place? Because you are tall, you are strong, very fit. You could have decided to become a boxer or something different. Why football?
Actually, my family, like my elder brothers, wanted me to be a soldier, like to go to military school and become a military man. But because now, yeah, it was not a bad idea, but yes, but then I won't lie, I was afraid of gun. When I see gun, anything about po, I don't like to hear it. So I just don't have that support, that moral support. Like, when somebody have like, I can do this, I don't even have thought about that. So that's why I didn't give it a thought of trying. But they didn't talk too much about it actually. So, but why I become a footballer, it started when I was younger. My 3 elder brothers were footballers. They were playing then. We were living in the village, very far village like that. So they play all this street football. So I normally watch, and after they play, then bring the ball to our house. The house, like they keep the ball in our house. So when I bring the ball, I always like keep the ball. I don't want them to go with the ball anymore. Like, no, this is our ball. I'm like, so when my brothers will try, like, it's not our ball, they just keep it here. I don't want to understand. What I know is this ball's always here, and I know it's our ball, so you're not going with it. And also, I was a goalkeeper. Also, when I was in my primary school, I was playing and I was also keeping. But luckily, the coach that was coaching my elder brother, present coach, our third born. So he is the same coach who liked me, like, hey, I like this boy, come join this team. So my brother took me there also. I joined the team. So he said, this boy cannot keep, 2 brothers cannot keep for me. So one have to be a player. And it's like, you, Christian, you are very good in play. So I will convert you to a player. So you play. So that's how I started playing. So when I joined the secondary school, my brother was one of the best goalkeeper in the school. So I could not even, I will have under 3 choices. So I could not have that chance. Like, if I play for this school now, I might not have chance to play until these people pass out after 3 years, 4 years. So let me just play. I think I'll have the chance in playing. So that's how I started playing. So, and luckily, my first year, I was going with them to all school tournaments, but I was not playing. I was not having a chance because they have a lot of good talented players in the team, in the school then. So after first year, second year, I started playing little by little. So, and after the third year, then I became one of the best players in the school. Also, I traveled to my village and we played some village tournament where they have been playing this tournament when I was not born. According to the history, they say my village, like my hometown, have never won that tournament before. So for that year, we won it.
How many goals did you score?
The funny part is that I was not playing as a striker then. I was playing because I was very young. So they were like, this boy, he's good. In fact, I don't even have shoe. I don't have shoe. So I just went. My junior brother said they're playing ball. My junior brother were like, they were staying in the village with my mom, with my elder sister, and the other. So I usually go to visit them. So when I went to visit them, so they're like, we play, at home. They're like, you can play. They in the field, in the primary school, they have good. They play tournament. You can join them. They might like you as well. These people, they are bigger than me. I can't play there. But they were seeing the talent in me. But me, I couldn't see it. I was like, I cannot play. These people are bigger than me. They said, go, you can. So I went. I trained. I talked to the coach. I was like, hey, and then I was very slim. You think I don't eat? Very slim. So it feel like, this guy, can he play soccer? But I trained with them. They were like, wow, this guy is good. Where is he from? From Lagos? Yeah. Then they usually give that respect to people that came from Lagos. So so like, where's your boot? I said, I don't have boot. Hey, somebody just volunteered. Hey, come, I'll give you boot. I trained the next day. They were like, oh, this guy is good. We can play him. When you are young and you're in a team where there's many players and nobody want to play defense, and they feel like, hey, you can play it. So they now push me to 2. Go and play fullback 2, right back. So that's why I played. I played first match, second match. One of the centre back that they believe in got injured.
And you had to come
in the game.
So
I have to come. Now they feel like this guy have what it takes. This guy is good. He have good technique. He can kick the ball far. So he can play. That is how I went to centre back that year. I played. After the game, people come to touch my leg. Like my leg was very thin. They feel like, how do you kick ball with this kind of leg? Because there are people who have big legs, but they can't kick the way I'm kicking. And the technique, they were like, I was even the goal I scored from the middle. They were leading us 1-0 that day. I could remember semi-final. I shoot the ball from the middle, and the goalkeeper was just underrating the ball and just the ball just hit the goalkeeper at his back and entered. So everywhere was like, whoa, this guy is from Lagos, you know. That's how I discovered that it's like I can play football actually. So when I went back to Lagos, I put more interest.
Okay. So did you play any professional level of football in Nigeria before you move out of Nigeria to take your exploit elsewhere?
I didn't.
You didn't play any pro. So at what point did you decide that I've experienced football at the grassroots in Nigeria, I want to take the next step and then move out of Nigeria to seek other opportunities in football?
That was 2013. I was very young. I went for under 17 trial at Enugu. So I went there. I was disappointed. They said they moved to Abuja then. So I know, and then I don't know anywhere. You know, I'm still young, so I've not started traveling. So I feel like, okay, no problem. Let me stay here. So I started. My uncle was living in Enugu State, because all my mommy elder brother, so all his family they are there in Enugu State. So I have to, because when I landed in Enugu, I was staying with them actually. So to look for this trial of a team, but I couldn't get it. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do now? Okay, let me just see if I can see any team to train around with. So I asked some guys, we train. Okay, I just followed them to where they train. So luckily, I meet a team who happened to be a traveling team. They were planning to go to Sweden that period. So I trained with them. They're like, oh, this guy is good from Lagos, you know. The guy, I like him, is very young. And the man in charge was staying in Lagos. So I told him I'm from Lagos. So like, where from Lagos? I told him, I know, I stay also in Lagos. I was okay. So the man just developed interest. So okay, join us. That's how I became one of the players. But unfortunately, that period, we applied for the visa and something happened and they didn't give us the visa. We have to stop the deal that period. And the man now said, okay, since he did not make it, we have to go back to Lagos. So now he has taken me as his player. So his name is Mr. Franks Onoha. 2013. I think around February. That was February. I think that February 12 or 13. That was the year Nigeria took Nations Cup. If you remember.
Yeah.
That night I was on my way going to Ghana. So I didn't watch that match.
Please. If you go to Ghana, please, it's not part of your travels, okay? You cannot keep that as part because Ghana and Nigeria are together. So it's the same country, it's like moving from one state to the other. So Ghana and Nigeria, so you cannot count that as one. But tell us, how was the experience in Ghana? It was your first time traveling out of Nigeria and was to Ghana. How was the experience?
It was not really bad because when I landed in someone's house. The director of the club is called Juve in Ashama. So I landed there and they picked me. He treated me very well. His name is Ima. So he's not a pastor. He's a pastor now. So I landed in his place. He treated me very well, encouraged me. You know, he made me see the side of life that I've never seen. You know. But why I talked about Ghana is because before I traveled to Dubai, it was from Ghana. I get the link. Somebody saw me from Ghana that said, okay, I can take you to this place, but you have to go back to Nigeria. When I got there, I couldn't have chance for that midfield, but I had chance for centre back. I was playing 2 games, you know, I was enjoying it actually. So I played matches with Temayut. I did trial in Temayut.
Okay.
I did trial. I was picked, but it was that same trial I saw an agent who came and told me he's a Nigerian. His name is Mr. Silva. So he told me, Chris, you're a good player. I have a offer. So it was the initial offer was in India. It was India. The offer was India.
Okay.
So he told me it's India. So when I went back to Nigeria to renew my visa, it took long. They were complaining about my fingerprint was not showing, was not appearing. So it took about 9 months. So
wow.
I missed the deal totally. Yes, it was a crazy experience for me. It was like it's over for me. Then it was it's over.
9
so I missed
for your fingerprint
for my passport.
Wow.
Yes, and it's supposed to take 2 weeks because I paid for express. So, but I couldn't get it that period, so I forgot about it. So when the passport, they now called me, the passport is ready, and I communicate with the agent again. Told him, okay, say there's no deal for. That deal is off, but and that deal is on now, but it's Jordan. So I thought, okay. Anyhow, because he was also I already introduced him to that man that helped me when I was in Enugu. The man I said want to travel to Norway with. So they communicate. So when I spoke with the man said I should come to Lagos. Where he's living is very close to where they train. So he asked me to come and stay in his house while I go to training. Later on, they say, the code is too much in Jordan, that we have to go to Dubai. From Dubai, that they will now come and, like, the team or the agent will come from Jordan, and they will come to Dubai, make their selection, take whichever player they want to choose, then go with them, so they can make preservation for those players, like cater for them, like the wears for the coat to protect them, because they cannot take care of all the players if we go to Jordan at the same time. Yes, so we have to go to. That's how we went to Dubai. But unfortunately, even before me, I even go. Some people are already coming back because the deal was not there. It was all scam. But the visa is real, the ticket is real.
So in total, how many countries have you traveled to so far?
Japan is, I think, my 9th country.
9th country.
Japan.
Wow. So minus Ghana, minus Dubai, and minus Japan. What are the rest of the countries?
I've been in Kenya.
Kenya, okay.
I've been in Somalia. I've been in Djibouti.
Wow.
I've been also in Iraq.
Iraq. Wow. Also,
yeah, it's concerning football actually.
What happened in Iraq? Tell us.
When I was in Somalia, I got this offer from someone that they needed player. There's a team called Ali in Iraq, needed striker, and we have to go, to Iraq.
So which team did you play for in Kenya?
I started with local team called Lerans FC at Ngong. So from there, some guys, guy, you are good. You're not supposed to be here. Professional player. Took me to another place called Bull. Like All Stars. I joined them. They usually play big teams. Most of them are professionals who played Kenya Premier League. They're like, this guy, you can play Premier League. So one of the guys said, okay, I have a coach who coaches Suso team. I'll take you there. So I went to a team called Vepa. They're a big club now, Vepa Football Academy.
I know
at Nairobi. Okay, that was the club I started from. So now I went to try at KCB, Kenya Commercial Bank. Kenya Commercial Bank. When I got there, first day I was picked out of about 700 players. I was the first person they picked that day. So luckily, they said I should resume with them January. I resumed with them, but circumstances again come saying like the resident permit is very expensive. They don't have $3,000 as a grassroots footballers, that they cannot do it. I should go and get this refugee asylum seeker, stuff like that. I tried to get it. I couldn't get it. I just forgot about it. So luckily, there was this agent from Somalia I was following up. He called me one day and said, hey, Simon, I heard that this club don't sign you because of what is, I told me, yeah, I didn't, but it's fine. He said, okay, can you go to Somalia? I said, yes, I can go to Somalia. How much are they going to pay? They offered me $300.
So at what point did you get the opportunity to travel to Japan, and how did it happen? Tell us how you got the opportunity to travel to Japan.
When I went back to Nigeria after this Somalia, Kenya drama and everything, so I went back to Nigeria 2017. So I played this under team maybe around Division 4, Division 3 in Nigeria. It's called that Slim Balogun. So I played for them. The coach said, there's no payment, just match bonus. But I just be managing. I feel like, okay, let me just be playing to keep fit. But the funny part is that I try to work other countries, like places like Russia, Moldova, Romania, but it was visa refusal, they refuse it and deny it, story like that. So even Malaysia, Malaysia was very sure, but coronavirus breaking, they stopped. They couldn't give me the visa. To cut the story short, I stayed 4 years and I think 6 months in Nigeria again before I now got this offer to Japan. It was my friend that sent my video to an agent, and the video sent, and the agent now is working with an agent here in Japan. So they now send the video to him. I was like, okay, the guy is good, we want him. Then we did conference call. By the conference call, I have to join them where the academy, because they have academy in Lagos. So I have to go join them. I'll be training with them every Tuesday and Thursday until the man returned from Japan and came and saw me. He said, okay, I can work with you. That is how I came into Japan, 2021. I never see Japan like one of the countries I'm going to visit in my entire life. You know, it was not even in my dream. It was not even in my it was not even in my idea of countries that I want to go. You know, I was like, Japan. I don't even know anything about Japan. I won't lie. I don't know anything about them. I don't know the kind of language they speak. I don't know the kind of things they do. I don't know their culture. I don't know anything. Japan was not the idea of my country from beginning. It was not like one of my dream country because I didn't even know the country that is very popular when it comes to Asia country in Africa. You know now, China is very popular. Saudi Arabia. So Japan was not among the countries that I was even thinking of going.
When you landed in Japan, was it Narita or Hanada? Narita. So when you go to Narita and you came out of the flight and you saw the airport and everything compared to the one you saw in Jomo Kenyatta, the one you saw in Kotoka in Accra, the one you saw in Somalia and those places, what was your impression?
Actually, I landed at night. It was night.
You landed at night? Yes. There will still be an impression.
Yeah. When I landed at night, I saw the way things were going. It was totally different with what I see in other countries, you know. What I see in Dubai, what I see in Iraq, what I see in any other country I've ever been in my life, like very organized. And everything was just going according to the way it is. Like, you know, when I landed, I dropped from the flight. They discovered that I'm a foreigner. So I saw an immigration lady came to me and said, hello, how are you? He speak English to me. I was like, okay, hello. I was like, okay, you just landed. Give me your this, give me your that, give me your this, give me this paper. So I was giving her the paper. So she was just like, okay, she was helping me to, fill some form, telling me what to do and how to do it. So it was very it was smooth for me, no, not like other country when I have to fill the form myself, do this by myself. Even if I don't know, I have to, start cracking my brain. So it was easy for me. They assisted me and go through those process. So it was easy. But then I've not seen outside. So when I got out, I saw my agent. I saw the people that came to pick me. I saw outside. I was like, wow, this is like under heaven. I won't lie. I was like, wow.
So in the airport, through the immigration process, nobody spoke "Hi gozaimasu, genki desu ka?" Nobody spoke any Japanese to you, Nihongo to you that you didn't understand, and then you were like confused. You didn't know what they were talking about.
Then did. Like when I came in, when the first time when the nurse came to me, said, "Kumbawa," I was like, what is she saying? What is that? What is Kumbawa? I was like, even laughing, what is Kumbawa?
You should have responded. Nihongo wakare nai.
say the yoga like I know where you don't even know what it means to say Kumbawa. You don't even know the meaning, you don't know what they're saying. I just like good evening, good evening. So when I went to the immigration was asking me some questions in Japanese, like asking me if I have drugs, if I have anything. I was just saying no. So later he now brought some book and showed me it was where they write drugs in Japanese. He was showing me. I said, no. If I have gold, yeah. So I was okay, this is what he was asking me. Okay, now I know. But the shocking part of it is that when they printed my resident permit immediately and give to me, like when I saw it, I was like, this is resident permit already. I was like shocked, like wow. This is not like other countries. They will say it takes under 6 months or 3 months to come out. It was like
no. You put it right. This is not Nigeria where your fingerprints take 9 months before it can come out.
No. Nigeria one is. I don't think it's like that anymore.
You don't think it's like that anymore in Nigeria?
No. What really happened is that I got an accident that affected my fingers. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah, you can see. They affected my finger. So it was the reason why they say the fingerprint was not showing. So I have to go under like medical. What happened? I have to go and bring reports. So they have to file it to my documents. But like now, when I renew my visa, my passport at Tokyo, they already saw. They're like, oh, this is your passport. How did they make it? Even the man was asking me, how did they make this passport? There's no finger. How? I was like, oh, I've seen the process. Oh, you have finger problem. I said yes. Oh, and 10 minutes, my passport was out. 10 minutes.
Wow. Tell us, now you have entered Japan, the agents have come, they've taken you outside, you are amazed. I'm sure the next morning, because you said you arrived in the night, the next morning, when the sun rose, right? When daylight came, I didn't even sleep. What was your first cultural shock? Something that you have not seen anywhere before, like totally new. You said, "Wow, what's this?" Tell us, what was it?
Okay, my first shock was the food. It was how they came and like knock at my door, like come. I know. I was like, okay, come in. I opened the door and I saw something like how do I say this? Like a drawer beside my door. So my food is already kept indoor. My breakfast. She said I have to pick it from there because of the coronavirus of 18. So I have to be picking my food here every time. So once they drop, I pick. So I was like, oh, what kind of style is this one? I drop food on the floor, drop food there, and just I was like, what is going on? So when I took the food in, I was like, what kind of food is this? Because then it was not that too much cold. So when I wake up around 3:30, 4 a.m. in the morning, and I opened the window, I saw sun. Like what? 4 a.m. in the morning, sun in Japan. I have to take video, picture, send to my family. Was like, come and see you. 4 a.m. in the morning, I'm seeing sun in this country. I don't know this kind of country.
Can you share with us the funniest thing that has ever happened to you in Japan? Both your first time in Fukushima and this time in Osaka. The funniest thing, something that you sit down and then something that you can really sit down and laugh, like really laugh yourself mad, like something that either you did or happened to you by accident. Tell us this.
One of the funniest things I've ever faced is when I went to the train station. I wanted to take train to a destination where I was going for my rehabilitation after my injury, after I had my operation. So I was this lady. She was looking at me. So I was thinking, okay, I think this is the best person to ask this question. Like, please, where is this? Where should I drop? The funniest part is that the way she ran, as if I have gone.
She ran?
She ran out of the train station like somebody want to kill her. She didn't wait for the traffic light to even change. She ran like somebody want to kill her. I was surprised. I was shocked. I was even like, what is going on? I was laughing. People are like looking at me like, what is going on? I was laughing. She had to stand at the cross of the road until the train came. I entered the train. She came. You know, train have different parts. So she came and go to another far part to go and sit down. So I was like, you know, I was in the train. I was just like, what? Am I that bad? Am I smelling? Or, you know, I was like trying to check myself. What is that? So when I told my friend, I was like, maybe she's one of those people that believe that blacks are dangerous. And that is why she ran away. So another thing is, I forgot my wallet in the train station, inside the train. Before I even get to my house, because it was like 5 to 6 minutes walk to my house, my club called me that, hey, you forgot your wallet in the train. I was like, no, I didn't. How? I didn't. They say you forgot it, so I have to check my bag. It was not there. So they said, okay, you get it tomorrow. It was wrapped in the paper bag, pray for me. I was like, wow.
What has been your biggest challenge in Japan so far?
One of my biggest challenges in Japan so far is that I've not really like put ground like what I want exactly. Like I've not really, you know, stay like put, you know, when you are stable. Some countries are still struggling, you know. It's not for me. I'm not like, you know, that stability now. That you are working or you are playing this soccer, you know that 2 years, 3 years, you know that you're not going anywhere. You're just there, collecting your salary, doing your thing, you know, no stress. These are the challenges I've been facing, you know. Due to all this 1 year visa, entertainer visa, you cannot work with it, you cannot do anything with it. You just have to be soccer or any sport. So it has been a big challenge for me.
How are you coping with the language?
Sometimes I'm lucky when I have some people who speak Japanese around me, and I will just easily like tell them what I want to do. In terms of communicating outside, like face to face, it's not difficult because I can use my translator and just write, translate, show them maybe I'm going somewhere I don't know. If I feel like I don't mention the name, he doesn't understand, I will just put it on translator and just show the person. He will just tell me, you can go this way, this is the place. So, and also I understand a little bit. So it's not that the only part that is difficult is.
Oh, you do really? You understand?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Small, you know. So the only thing that is difficult is maybe like having conversation with something, want to explain some things to Japanese, especially on phone, and there's nobody to talk to speak for you. So it's not that easy. But I think with time, I will learn the language because I'm even planning of learning the language actually. Like learning, I will watch Japanese movie, try to put in their language, watch anything that concerns Japan, so that I will be understanding the language little by little.
Yeah, your saddest day in Japan.
No, that was when I was in Fukushima. When I came in and I played my first training match, I scored 3 goals, and luckily the next weekend I started in the league game. So after the game, before you know, in the training, I discovered that I had an injury, so I was taken to the hospital, and after everything, they said I will undergo surgery.
Wow.
That was the saddest news I've ever had in my life. Like, I had surgery, I have to go back, like I have to go undergo surgery. And I've never like done it before, so I was very afraid. After every I couldn't stay in the club because of I couldn't meet up. Was resumed pre-season, so that was the saddest I've ever faced in Japan.
Which of these 2 cities in Japan is the one you prefer in terms of your experience in Fukushima and then the one in Osaka now?
I prefer Osaka more because Osaka, when I came to Osaka, I could go out. If I want to go anywhere, it's easy for me to go. But in Fukushima looked more as likely like village. I think when I was in Fukushima, the only place I visited since I was in Fukushima was the train station, Starbucks. That's where we usually go, me and my friends. And maybe sometimes I go to church at Fukushima there.
Have you experienced any form of racism for the 2 periods that you've been in Japan? The first spell at Fukushima and then now in Osaka. Have you experienced any form of racism at all?
Actually, I've never experienced anything like that, like somebody trying to bully me or try to make me feel like I'm black. I've never, even in my team, because I don't in my team, they know me. I talk, I play a lot, but if you want to like talk shit, I just look at you. Once I look at you, you know that this guy is angry already. So you don't say any other shit. So, but the only thing I can say is that Japanese, even if the Japanese, what I discover about Japanese people is that they don't show it to you by character or by actions that they don't like you. You understand? They can just avoid you. Not like we blacks, I can easily tell somebody that I don't like you, I don't like this guy, I don't like this guy.
Has there been any point where you are riding on your bicycle or you are going somewhere and then a police officer stop you over? Normally they will do this. Did this to you and then start interrogating you, asking you questions about where you are from, what are you doing in Japan, where do you work, where you are going and all that. Have you had any experience like that?
I've never experienced that.
And you've been in Osaka for how long?
More than
now?
6 months. 6 months now.
More than 6 months now. Okay. Well, that's impressive. How do you see Japan's reception of foreigners?
Yes, I think when it comes to their laws and things they do, Japanese, I don't think the laws is harsh on foreigners because the same law also goes to the Japanese too. You understand? Because I have never seen where a Japanese do something that other people do, and they say, leave him, he's a Japanese, and maybe a black man do it, or they harass him. Because one in Japan, if it's like that, that means they will be harassing blacks or foreigners every day. I have never seen where Japanese police is harassing anybody.
What is the biggest lesson you've learned staying in Japan?
Personally, I learned how to be more calm, respectful. Even when somebody try to, yell at you, just look at him like, we Africans, you yell, everybody fight, But I've learned to be this patient in Japan, with Japanese, Even while you're riding a bicycle, you have to be patient. Anything you're doing in Japan, you have to be patient. And another thing is that the time is time. They don't joke with time. When they say 1 o'clock, at least 10-15 minutes before 1 o'clock, you're supposed to be in that place. Because even then too, they will be there for that time.
Chris, what's your favorite Japanese food? There are a lot of you go to convenience shop. Sometimes you buy obento. There are a lot of. What's your favorite Japanese food?
My favorite Japanese food is ramen.
Ramen. Oh, okay. Do you have Japanese friends?
I don't really have Japanese friends, but I have Japanese teammates. So. Japanese now. They're not the kind of people that make friends like you, come to your house, visit you, go out here. But I usually go out with some of them, maybe sometimes dinner, lunch, maybe after game. Yeah.
Are you sure you don't have a Japanese girlfriend?
For now, I don't have.
For now?
I used to have when I was in Fukushima. Yes, but later something happened. I went back to Nigeria. Something happened and she okay, I stayed long. Could not come, things did not work the way we planned. So everybody just went on their own separate ways. So since I came back, when I left Nigeria, before I left Nigeria, I have a serious relationship when I was in Morocco. So I love the girl, my girlfriend in Nigeria. So I didn't want to add to my problem, like trying to look for another Japanese girl, start lying, or when this one is with me, this one calls, I try to complain, and no, it's just a friend, my sister, all those stuff. So I don't want to put myself in that condition. And now what I'm focusing on is how to be stable in Japan, not even the girlfriend problem. One of the things.
Is because you are committed to another lady in Nigeria, and you don't want.
Yes, and again, I discovered that in Japan, if you marry a Japanese or give birth to a Japanese, they remain here. They don't go to Africa.
Oh.
Not unless if the lady feel like okay, you can take them to Africa, or let's go to Africa together. So they cannot go to Africa. It's just like you have a child here, they are here, and they cannot go anywhere. So even if you want to take them to your country, it's going to be a big problem because of your wife might not accept. The Japanese lady might not accept it because here I discovered that ladies are the owner of children. They have more power. So if I have baby here, I now train the baby with my money, all my resources and everything in Japan here. And at the end of the way the child grows up, I'm left out, like I'm empty. I have to, if I go back to my country, then nothing to show, even that I even have child in abroad. So why should I invest on where I know I will not reap in future?
I get it. I get the point you're coming from. An African traveling who is planning to travel to Japan. What is that one advice that you will give to that person?
First of all, the person have to be straightforward with himself. Like, don't come here and feel like you can play any games with anybody. All those Africans lifestyle, you have to drop it and face reality. And secondly, ready to work and ready to face challenges, because this place is not where people joke with business, with work, with anything you are doing at all.
You are a soccer player playing for Soccer City. What is your target, your ambition for the period that you are with Osaka City? What do you want to achieve? What are the things you want to do before you leave Osaka City?
Osaka City is not a big club. They are about Division 5. So last season we promoted from Division 6 to Division 5. I played for them. So I was the highest goal scorer of the tournament. I started in the second leg. I played 8 games and I had 11 goals.
So how many assists?
This is 4 assists.
Okay. So that's 15 goal contribution in all.
Yes. So, and all the games I scored, it was not like 8 goals, maybe 8-0, and I scored 3, or no, it was like 2-0, I scored the 2, 1-0, I scored the 1, 2-1, I scored the 2, 2-2, I scored the 2, like that. So, it was an important goal for the club to gain promotion. So this season I still want to do more if I have the opportunity to play for them again.
What do you think the sports ministers in Africa should do to make sure that the lives of footballers, the life of sportsmen, the lives of athletes, the lives of the sports industry in Africa is properly transformed to a level that Chris, Simon, Chibueze will not travel all the way from Nigeria for over 20 hours, be on a plane to come to Japan to play football, but I will be happy playing in Nigeria, earning a decent income or salary playing in Nigeria with good conditions, better infrastructure, and everything that will make soccer comfortable for him in Nigeria. What do you think African sports leadership should do?
First of all, in Africa, I think if every local government, for example, if every local government can build a stadium, even if it's a mini stadium, a standard mini stadium for their people, you understand? A mini stadium for their people, and also build maybe another place like a park and have like training ground for people who can just go there, do your thing, do your personal training, even if it's no grass or synthetic. Let's just be an open ground where people can go and have fun. Like in Japan, they have this park, then build things where children can play, can learn some skills, can jump around. So if we can do that in Africa, it will be good. And again, here, sponsors comes to sponsor team that is not even up to that level. But Africa, we don't have sponsors. People don't sponsor teams. Company don't sponsor teams. They don't do all these things. How do if one man cannot run a team? If I own a team and I don't have sponsor, I don't have people who are trying to sponsor me, okay, put these guys, buy you jersey, we can produce boots, we can give you this. Team will not move forward. What? I cannot be taking my salary, for example, and I have academy in Nigeria, and you expect me to take from my salary and be paying the players in my academy. Things doesn't work that way. So sponsors have to come in, and they need to improve in this like see Nigeria now. Most of all the companies are leaving because of the bad government, like no lights, no power, electricity. So companies are leaving. So who will sponsor the teams? So I think our government need to bring back all these things. So we have sponsor. As a footballer, we need to support them. It's not easy to be a soccer player. In Africa alone, you're already down if you are from Africa, because it's not even easy. Because we don't learn football from basic, from childhood. We only play soccer. We only know that we just kick the ball and kick and follow. It's only when you get here, as old as you are, you start learning how the basic. And you can never be like the people who have been learning it from childhood.
From childhood, yeah.
Yes, so it's good. I think if they can give us those facilities, training ground, free gym, just beach stadium, put gym there, monitor it, maintain it, and pay the people that is working there. Just for like this money can be coming from government, like local government money. But I don't know how they do the money. I don't want to say they're eating it, but I just pray they hope that they will change.
Chris, this will be my last question before we wrap up the conversation. Now, you have not engaged or interacted with a lot of Japanese people, but you have seen the Japanese lifestyle, how they live their life, their level of discipline, that a Japanese will not just run and cross the road and disobey the traffic light. Cars follow the traffic regulations. Japanese don't litter around anyhow. They don't dirty the streets. What that one thing that you are also advise African citizens about the culture of Japanese people? Because in one of the World Cups, I think either the Qatar World Cup or the Russia World Cup, where Japan was represented. Yeah, after one of the games, the fans
they were picking the dustbin,
picking everything. People think that the Japanese people did that just for the cameras. No, it wasn't for the cameras. It is actually the Japanese
it's their culture. Yes, their culture.
So what is that advice that you give to Africans back in Lagos, back in Abuja, back in Accra, back in Ashaman, back in Kumasi, back in Johannesburg, those watching us from Liberia, those watching us from Gambia, Gabon, everywhere on the African continent? What is that thing that you think that African citizens should learn from Japan?
You understand? So I think first of all, our government need to give us a very good gutters that can take water freely, and also provide this truck that can pack those bins and make it mandatory that if you finish your using those bins, this is where you have to put it. I remember when I was in Dubai, okay, like in Japan now, every house have where they put their dustbin, right? So you can't just eat and throw the line on the way. Every time when it's raining, they go out and pour their dustbin in the gutter and block the gutters. Everywhere is just rough, scattered. And this is why we're having malarias everywhere and sicknesses. So we should try and work on that. Instead of that, let's burn it in our houses. Let's not throw it in the gutters.
Christian Simon Chibueze has been my guest on the maiden edition of the One Africa One World Show. Christian, thank you very much for joining us today for the insightful conversation that we've had. I mean, we've learned a lot of things from you. You're a man of vast experience. You have a lot of things under your sleeve, and you shared it with us and our viewers. We are very grateful for your time. Well, viewers, this is where we put down the curtains on the maiden edition. And until we come your way once again, stay tuned and keep glued to Jafric Radio on all platforms, on all social media platforms, on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. I will come your way once again with another edition of the program. For now, we say bye-bye. Sayonara.
Yoni?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Today we are in Omotesando.
Omotesando.
And I'm going to take you around Omotesando.
Okay.
I'm going to introduce Omotesando to you.
All right.
If we say Omotesando, Omotesando is a city or a town for fashion,
Okay.
hairdressing,
Okay.
food,
Good. Good. Food. Yes.
Food.
Food. I like the
And
food
also some Japanese, typical Japanese
way of life.
way of life and items.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to take you to a hashi shop.
Okay.
We're going to go eat shabu shabu.
Okay.
And then we're going to go visit all the fashionable shops that is in Omotesando.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Very ready. Very ready. Let's go.
So-
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Get some food.
What do you want?
Food.
What do you want to eat?
I wish I would get African food, but if not, I'll try any of those Japanese food.
Shabu shabu.
Yes. I'm just thinking maybe the name may be as the food.
Shabu shabu.
Yeah, so maybe some nice
Let's
food.
go.
Let's try that and see.